Hey guys, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. Just plugged in. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about um, a psychological aspect of your trading. All right, how do you know that the market is not manipulating you, or have you ever realized, or maybe did you know that the market's manipulating you for a very long period of time? So, how does that happen, and how can we protect ourselves from that? Okay, by the way, once again, I'm Julian Wong from the Binary Lab, and I love talking about all this mental, psychological stuff on trading because no one ever talks about it. Yet it's so important that we know, so that we can protect ourselves and we can be a much smarter trader. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, so today in this topic, okay, market manipulation. As you guys know, I'm very big into personal development, neural linguistics, and I've been reading up about some stuff lately, and one of them is something called the asymmetrical option, and how in the sales process people actually use that like as a technique. But then when I heard that, I thought, you know, did you realize that the market, okay, some of you guys think that your broker account managers are like very pushy salespeople, but did you know that the market itself is a pushy salesperson, and not only that, a very manipulative salesperson at that. The market itself is a very manipulative salesperson. So, but at the same time, can money be made in the markets? Yes, it can, but we have to be very smart about it. And let's talk about the shopping process, okay? What is it about being a smart shopper? Typically, when someone sees themselves as being a smart shopper, let's say if you are shopping for a new computer, you will probably, look at, okay, let's say, if you, let's assume that you're an Apple fan and you have every right to be a fan of something else like Asus or something like that, something else, but, or Dell. But let's say if you've already honed in on one brand, okay, let's say that you're already past the stage where you're looking at alternatives, but now you're just looking at the alternatives between where you can purchase this computer for the best price, and at the same time, where can you purchase it in such a way that you have the best bonus deal, the best aftercare package, and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So, when you're in the process of looking for, like the best kind of service package, best purchase bonus, and maybe even a best purchase price, because although there's a price control, it does not stop you going to a different state to pay to get it for like tax free, or less tax, and it doesn't stop you from picking up from a different place that may give you cash back on a certain credit card and the other place does not. All right, so these are the ways that you could possibly be looking out for alternatives. Now, in the place where when you're looking for alternatives, and this is how the market plays with your head, and this is how your brain works in the purchasing process. Because when you are out there looking to buy, you're looking for alternatives, and then after that you will base it. The moment you find that, like the have you ever felt that you look at option A, option B, option C, and after looking at all these options, you go back to select option A or option B. All right, have you ever found that? It's because in the absence of B or C, A does not make sense. In the absence of C, A may not make like a B may not make sense. And sometimes, in the absence of A and C, B may not make sense. Why? Because let's say when you're buying something new, you don't realize that, if it's okay. Let me give you a slightly different example. You you were looking to buy a MacBook Air, only to find out that for the purposes that you really needed a MacBook Pro. Okay, and because of that, all the research you previously done was about the MacBook Air. You know the MacBook Air really well. Like where has the best price and where's the bonus package, aftercare package. But for MacBook Pro, wouldn't you agree with me that sometimes it's possible that different resellers have totally different packages on the different models? And that's exactly the case. So you have no idea. And because you have no idea, the best way is to just start looking around at some catalogs and some like whatever write-ups that you can find, where you can see the offer comparisons between the different shops. And because you don't know what is the going price, you don't know what is the going offer for this model, therefore, like, you can only base your decisions based on comparison. And when it comes to trading, okay, now let's get very practical with this. You look at your chart. You guys have had like good trading days where you win lots of trades, right? And you also have like the shitty days where you're taking all these trades that seem to be like a really good idea, but they're actually not, right? You get what I'm saying? Uh, and why do you think that was the case? Because you were actually comparing one setup with the next. And this is something that if you are on my Binary Lab Elite webinars that are every Tuesday, you may have seen me do this. Some of you may be in my elite group, and then you may have experienced a time where you're suggesting to me like, hey, this Aussie C80 is ready. Check this out. It's on a Fibonacci 161.8, and it's like, hey, check this out. This other one on the Euro GBP, that looks like a double top right there. Shall we go in for this one right now? And then I'm here like, no, it's not quite there yet. It's not what you think. It's gonna go up. It's not just about to come down. How many of you guys recall a time like that? So, and more likely, how can we kind of like make our mind unfuckable in the trading sense, right? Would you guys love that? How would you be able to make your mind unfuckable in the trading sense, so that the market cannot kind of like mess with you to think that, hey, like I said, it's not about the account manager or anything. It is actually the market. When you get down to the trading, the market is the one that's constantly manipulating your brain. So brokers play a little part in it as well, because what they do is that they magnify the movement so that you can see clearer. But in the process of making it seem clearer to you, for instance, I tell everyone, always measure a channel to see that there's at least 7 pips from one end to the other, and also about 7 candles at least. Okay, if there's not 7 candles, then if the movement is happening in like 3 candles, well, maybe there's a little bit too much volatility that we don't want. And what if there's not 7 pips? Well, if there's not 7 pips, maybe if we are going for a retrace, then it's not going to be significant enough that we can easily make a profit. And then let's say if you're looking at a breakout, obviously I'll say that the channel, it should not be more than like 4 pips, for instance, should not be more than that. Okay, or depending on the pair, between this amount of pips and this amount of pips, and not more than this amount of bars. So it's the same thing. So these are some of the guidelines that you can when you know all these guidelines, you can protect yourself from being cheated and tricked by the market on opportunities that seem good, but they're not actually good. Elliott wave is another way that another tool that I recently been teaching my traders, like how to understand the markets a lot better, so that when faced with these kind of scenarios, okay, would you what I'm trying to say here is that, okay, I want to bring it to the point, because I'm just afraid that some of you may be getting a little bit confused, a little bit lost. Earlier, I talked about the computer example. I talked about like the option A, option B, option C, and how sometimes when you are shopping for a new computer, and you don't know anything about this spec of computer, and therefore you're looking at the different statistics between them, and then based on what you see from offer B on offer C, offer A makes sense. Or maybe after you look at offer A and offer C, offer B makes more sense. So in the absence of an additional yardstick, your yardstick is comparison. So that's why I always say, when you're trading, you need to have your own yardstick, and that yardstick is technique. That yardstick is experience. That yardstick will be certain parameters that this is what I teach people inside the Binary Lab Elite. And let's say, if you've been trading on your own, do you have these kind of yardsticks? These yardsticks change all the time. And how are you going to protect yourself from the markets that constantly will mess with your head? Okay, so this is one thing that I want you guys to really consider and think about how you can be messed with. Okay, and like, are these decisions to make the trade really your own? All right, are they really your own? In a different video, I'm going to be talking about how the market can actually use the technique of pain against you and cause you to be more of a victim to a market that is not planning out the way that you expect. Wouldn't that be a great idea for another topic? Yeah? Comment below if you're excited for that, because I'm in another video I'm going to be talking about the topic of pain and how the market can be using pain against you to make you lose more money than you have budgeted and screw up your money management totally. So in the meantime, if you felt that this makes sense, if you would like to have your own yardsticks of measurement so that you can discern, like on your own account, okay, on your own account, not the market's account, not on the market's yardstick, not based on the benchmark that is just created by some things that you're only seeing in the marketplace, okay. Wouldn't you agree with me that with these tools that I just mentioned, that which I can give you, you'll be able to trade so much better, so much more accurately, and lose so much less. All right, if that's what you want, click over to the link down below the video description. Join the Binary Lab Elite. And I do know that some of you guys out here, you guys may be new to this and just stumble across a video. Maybe it was like a suggested video or related video, and this is, you're not sure if this is really, like your level yet. You're not. Well, you can work your way up starting from the Binary Lab basics. A lot of people ask me like, should I go for Martingale Mastered, which is one of my initial programs, or should I start with the Martingale? Sorry, should I start with Martingale Mastered? Should I start with Binary Lab Basics, or should I start with Elite? Well, it depends. For example, if you are looking for fast results, definitely just go for Martingale Mastered. But within 2 weeks, I always tell everyone, within 2 weeks, you should also enroll yourself for Binary Lab Basics. And by the way, both of these programs are free, based with a small deposit. I believe for Martingale Master is only, if you open an account through me, you're just $100 in your account or above, you qualify for Martingale Master, and you can actually top up to, I think it's more than 250 or 300 for Binary Lab Basics. And for Binary Lab Elite, you can actually top up for that as well, or pay a discounted price depending on the broker that you're with. Just speak to my page I'm in about this. That's on facebook.com/the Binary Lab page. And I hope that you can get into this education really quickly so that you can learn and discern and trade well in the markets. Good trading to you. This is Julian Wong from the Binary Lab. Bye.